Welcome to Madison. Tonight, the Madison Radicals will be playing the Cincinnati Revolution. It's a nice, warm evening. The Radicals are missing several of their offensive handlers tonight. We'll be seeing a lot of Annan and Wiseman in the backfield. So far, we've seen a lot of swing passes, but not many cutters open downfield. Wiseman throws to the end zone, has Schleicher in the back corner. He throws a greatest up into the end zone, but nobody's under the disc to collect it. The Revolution will get their first chance at a break. So the Radicals will come out in a zone to start the game.
Madison Radicals at the Radicals Pro Show.
The players that are here for the Radicals tonight are all of the tallest of them. So the zone, despite the lack of wind, may be challenging to break. The Revolution throw up a big huck. Wiseman's under it and gets the D. The Revolution are in a man defense, leaving room for the cutters. Thibodeau's in the end zone, gets up, gets the disc, gets the score. The Radicals lead 1-0. So the Radicals are coming down on their first pull. They're in a man defense, playing pretty softly on the handlers. The Radicals have a 11-3 record, and they're facing the Revolution, who are 4-10. Big huck goes up to the end zone, and the Revolution come down with it to even the score at 1-1.
And great news, the Radicals have qualified for the AUDL playoffs.
So the Radicals come out on their second offensive point, isolating Wiseman. He's looked off, but continues his cut to the break side and finds Thibodeau under for a dish to Annan. The defense is playing very loosely. The Radicals are not having any trouble moving the disc at will. And Annan throws to the end zone. Schleicher's there for the score, and the Radicals increase their lead 2-1. So the Radicals are again in their zone defense. Last point, 2 points ago, it was successful because of an errant deep throw. The Revolution, however, didn't seem to have any difficulty moving it up the field with shorter throws. And you're seeing that here again at this point. Now on the Radicals' end zone. It looks like a foul is called, and so the thrower will move the disc to the center of the field and restart from there. Still double teamed, pivots between the two players, throws a reset, and a quick dish pass into the end zone for a score. The Revolution tie it up 2-2. So it's all tied up at 2-2. For the Radicals, we've got DeBile, Annan, and Alexander handling. And they're coming up against some sort of poaching zone. Radicals are having no trouble with it, however. Finding easy passes for 10 yards at a time. Riggles, with his fancy left-handed break throw, he's very lanky. He throws it in for the score, and the Radicals take the lead 3-2. So the Radicals are out in a man defense. There's so much space on these fields. It's really hard to play man defense on the cutters especially. And an errant throw will give the Radicals the disc and a chance for a break. Scullion finds Glenn, who dishes it to Hart. Coolidge has the disc. And Coolidge and Hart are working it. An errant throw from Coolidge to Scullion results in a turnover, and the Revolution O-line will get a chance to convert. Olsen is claiming he had already made had control of the disc, and the referees agree. He'll get 10 yards in addition to the catch. The cutters are very stagnant, and after some chiding from the sideline, they're active again. Fedorenko gets the reset to Mack. And now a big hammer goes across field. There's no Radicals on that side of the field. A break huck goes to the end zone. Fedorenko's tracking. Big layout. But he can't come up with the disc. Radicals get another chance. And they immediately call a timeout. Wiseman will walk the disc up to the front of the end zone. And the Radicals are out in a vertical stack with Schleicher initializing. Wiseman's double teamed and throws the disc into the ground for a turnover right on the end zone line. Wiseman's fired up. He wants to get the disc back. The Revolution are close. One more throw, and that'll do it. Revolution convert, and they tie the score 3-3. So we're all tied up at 3s, and the Radicals will have the disc to start. Hart centers it to Weiss. And a tip from Glenn results in a turnover, and the Revolution immediately call a timeout, trying to get a break to establish their first lead. So the Revolution will start past midfield, coming out of the timeout, looking for a break. Powers will start with the disc and is immediately double teamed. It's man defense. Powers couldn't find anything, so he throws up to Fedorenko, and Weiss is there for the positioning to prevent the catch from occurring. Scullion will pick up the disc. And the Radicals will try to convert. A quick scoober to Weiss, moves it up 10 yards. Glenn has been missing from the lineup, and he's back and looking to run around the field. He's got the disc now and is double teamed. Draws some contact on Converse, and Glenn will take the 10 yards and throw up a big huck to Weiss. Olsen's there, has position, gets the D. A miscommunication between the thrower and the receiver results in another turnover, and Scullion will throw to the end zone. Hart's there in the back corner. And the Radicals will increase their lead, 4-3. So Wiseman with the pull, and he's sitting deep in the Radicals' territory, so that means it's a zone. The Revolution quickly moved past midfield. The Revolution having no difficulties with the zone. A big blade cross field. Wiseman can't make contact with it, but draws the offensive player. And the result is a turnover, and Wiseman will pick up the disc. The Radicals are coming out in a horizontal stack. Alexander finds an under and moves it up to Wiseman. Wiseman finds an around to Wilson. Alexander is being pushed under by 10 yards, but they don't look to him, instead choosing wide open hands under. Nelson with the disc. And now Wiseman throws a backhand to the end zone. Meshnik is under it. Makes a leap up. Misses it. Comes down with the disc, but he's out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover. Radicals come back out in their zone. Push pass to reset the disc. And an inside break. That's Fedorenko throwing deep. Powers with the bid.
Madison disc.
So there 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. Reef with the disc up to Wiseman. They have 10 seconds. Should be enough time to get a good look. However, Reef throws into the Revolution's defense, and they won't have time to get the throw off. So we'll go into the second quarter with the Radicals leading 4-3. Welcome back. We're in the second quarter, and Converse drops the pull. The crowd's jeering. Let's see if the Radicals can take advantage. Scullion elects for a timeout. So we're back from the timeout. Right now, Annan is getting every other. DeBile goes to the end zone. He finds Wiseman for the score, and the Radicals get the break. They lead 5-3. The Radicals got their first break of the game last point. And another Revolution, just lack of concentration results in a turnover, and the Radicals are on the doorstep again. Nelson has the disc. He's known for some break throws. And the Radicals dish it for the score, and they increase the lead to 6-3. So the Radicals are in a zone again. Revolution find an opening downfield. Powers throws to space, and Swartling comes down with the disc. He's got the score. Close the gap. The Radicals lead 6-4. So the Radicals are in a vertical stack coming out against the zone. It's not going to be effective, so they immediately look for resets. Annan's really been the centerpiece of this offense. Now Wiseman finds Schleicher in the end zone for the score. The Radicals are now up 7-4. So the Radicals are out in a man defense. Olsen throwing to space. Mack can't get there in time. It's going to be a turnover. So Scullion will start with the disc. A travel results in a turnover right on the end zone line. So the Radicals will come out in their double team. Quick reset. And a dish right back up the middle results in the Revolution score. That's Powers with the disc. The score is now 7-5 Radicals. So Annan will collect the disc and center it to Alexander. Annan's been having a monster year. He is 9th in the number of goals thrown, 7th with 461 completed passes. He's also got one of the best plus-minus at 93. And the Radicals, after beating the zone, just give and go all the way to the end zone. Riggles will end up with the score, and the Radicals increase their lead 8-5. Glenn launches it into the air for the pull. Looks like it might be going out of bounds. It is. Looks like a 3-3-1. Earlier in the season, they had been playing more of a 2-4-1. Olsen finds a sneaky throw through the cup. Converse finds Mack. Mack's looking for somebody. Fakes a travel and gets it to Powers, who throws a hammer to the back of the end zone. The Revolution are in for a score. They close the lead. The Radicals are still up 8-6. The Radicals are coming out against what looks to be a four-man cup. A very traditional defense, but one that's not terribly effective with a huge field, no wind, and good conditions. Radicals have no trouble. Annan scrapes the disc off the ground and throws a second hammer to Schleicher for the score. Those two hammers cut through the defense at that point. The Radicals lead 9-6. So Scullion with the pull. Radicals lead is 9-6. The PA is making comments, potentially distracting Scullion, who threw the pull out of bounds.
Numbers out of bounds, so Cincinnati will assume control at the brick mark.
Radicals are out in their man defense. Mack finds a sneaky throw between two defenders, but not for many yards. Big shot goes to the end zone. Glenn can't get there, but Powers can. That's his second layout attempt, and the first one that's successful. In for the score. The Radicals lead 9-7. So Hewells with the big pull. We're about halfway through the second quarter. Hannon's trapped on the sideline. Finds Alexander. And all the way across to Riggles. Riggles, one more to Wiseman. And Schleicher is unguarded. He throws a blade. Riggles is in the area. Goes up. No problem. The Radicals increase their lead. They now lead 10-7. The Radicals' pull is a little bit short, and the Revolution will start beyond their brick mark. They're in a 4-2-1 zone. And a push pass doesn't have very many rotations on it, but the Revolution find a way to maintain possession. Meshnik had a good look at a hand block there. Didn't jump the lane quickly enough, however. Blade to the end zone. There's nobody there. No defenders at any rate. And the Revolution are in for the score. So the Radicals with their one break. All the other points have just been traded offensive points. Annan looking for an opening, finds Wiseman. Wiseman throws a hammer. Schleicher somehow comes down with it and throws a float pass to DeBile, but DeBile was running another direction and couldn't turn around and get the grab in time. So the Revolution with the disc now. Find their first upfield throw. Lots of tipping. Kula wanted a foul, maintaining that Thibodeau had hit his elbow while he was trying to come down with the catch. He still is unhappy with the referee's call there, but the Radicals are in the end zone for the score. Schleicher with the goal. They lead 11-8. So Scullion with the pull. Kula will pick up and center it. It's man defense. And the sneaky upfield handler cut results in a turnover. Throw is put a little too far out in front. Hart floats a throw, resulting in a turnover, and the Revolution will get the disc back again. Swartling looking for a throw. Can't find much. Finds an inside-out throw to Mack, who moves it to Converse. Double team is set. Weiss jumps the reset throw. Couldn't get there in time, however. High release backhand saves possession there. And the Radicals are back into their man defense, putting a fair amount of pressure on these short throws. And a huck goes up. Schlitzky's there. But Mack gets up, gets the grab and the score. The Revolution cut the lead. The Radicals are up 11-9. So Wiseman moves it over to Alexander. Wiseman's another player that's really been an all-star for the Radicals. He's number 7 in the league with 40 goals thrown, but he's also number 6 in the league with 45 turnovers. Sitting in the backfield in a zone, however, he collects many blocks and interceptions. So Wiseman throws a blade. That's Thibodeau coming down with the score. And the Radicals are up 12-9. So Meshnik with his first pull of the night. It's going out of bounds.
Cincinnati assumes control of the brick mark.
Radicals are again in their zone. A lot of quick 5-yard passes have finally broken out of the zone. And now the Revolution are about 10 yards outside the end zone. Swartling with the disc. Fakes to the referee. And they're on the doorstep. A push pass will not do it. A tip D from Weber goes straight to a Revolution player. And he's in for the score. So we've got just over a minute remaining in the half. The Radicals may want to look to play possession here before they go and attack the end zone. They're already well past midfield, just about 15 yards outside the end zone. And Annan has the disc, throwing a big around to Alexander. Riggles finds Thibodeau, and he's in for the score. So the Radicals will increase their lead to 13-10 with 45 seconds remaining in the half. So Scullion with the pull. And the Radicals are coming out in their zone. No, it's a man defense. Scullion gets a hand block on the big huck attempt. And so the Radicals will have about 25 seconds to attack the end zone. Schreier now with the disc, looking for somebody. Finds an inside-out break up to Schlitsky. Schlitsky finds Glenn. 10 seconds remaining. He goes to the end zone immediately. And Petit Scantling is there for the score. The Radicals get another break, and they increase their lead to 14-10. So the Radicals have put in all of their tallest players. There are 6 seconds remaining for the Revolution. Mack dishes it, fakes a big huck, Powers throws it up to the end zone, and the Revolution come down with the disc, but he's not quite in the end zone. So we'll go into half with the Radicals leading 14-10. And the Revolution will need to make some adjustments to attack the Radicals' zone in the second half. Welcome back to Madison. We're here for the second half, where the Radicals are leading 14-10. In the first half, we saw the Revolution come out in a poachy zone. It looks like they're in it again. Hopefully they've made some adjustments to prevent the quick movement that the Radicals used to defeat the poaches. So far, the defense seems relatively stagnant. The Radicals have been moving it up a couple of yards a pass with no near D's. And this is going to be an easy score. Schleicher to Riggles. So the Radicals will increase their lead to 15-10. So Ben Nelson will get his first pull. However, it's called offsides, I believe.
Offsides is the call on the full. Cincinnati will assume control at midfield.
So again, the Radicals are coming out in their zone defense. We'll see if the Revolution have made adjustments over halftime to find other ways to try and defeat it. They go with a longer throw, which is D'd by Wilson. However, it looks like there might have been some contact on the throw, resulting in a 10-yard penalty with the Revolution maintaining possession. The Revolution have 5 or so players within 10 yards of the disc. Now they're finally spreading out the field some more. The Radicals have transitioned to man defense. However, they didn't transition very well because an easy throw to the forced side is caught by the Revolution for the score. So the Revolution will bring it in within a score of 15-11. So Wiseman will start out with the disc. Quick give and go, and Wiseman and the Radicals are off to the races. Wiseman collects the disc right outside the end zone and throws an easy backhand to DeBile, co-owner DeBile, with the score. The Radicals lead 16-11. Revolution are working it well against this man defense. And really, the Revolution's offensive unit has been relatively consistent. And there we see an inside-out throw to the end zone for the score. We'll see if the Revolution's defense can turn it around and get a break. The Radicals lead 16-12. They center it to Wiseman, with Annan being the initial cut. DeBile throws a lazy backhand to Riggles, and the Revolution are there, so they'll get a chance at a break. This might be their first break. If they get it, they might be their first break out of half. However, the thrower holds onto the disc for too long, and it results in a stall. Some sort of infraction has resulted in a 10-yard loss. Wiseman throws a somewhat of a lazy throw, and Alexander does the same. Results in a turnover, and the Revolution will get their second attempt at a break this point. Narayan calls a timeout. This will let the Revolution's offensive unit get back on the field for an attempt at a break. So the Radicals will come out on defense with their defensive unit. All three handler defenders are known for jumping resets. That's two mainstay college players and Pat Weiss, a leader. A high stall punt results in a Glenn D. Weiss now has the disc past midfield. Petit Scanling with a very convincing fake chooses the reset, and Weiss is running. The sideline and the crowd are yelling more Pat. That's to acknowledge that Weiss can take over points at will. Petit Scantling finds a dish pass to Brian Hart. He's in for the score. And the Radicals increase their lead 17-12. So the Radicals are back in their zone. Powers getting the every other. But not many openings. Powers says, no problem. I'll throw it through four defenders to get it to the middle of the field. Converse finds a nice round backhand. And the Revolution are going to the end zone. Fedorenko with an athletic hack attempt at the disc. Nelson checks it in. Finds Alexander. Gets it offline to Wilson, who pushes it around to Glenn. Nobody cuts downfield for Glenn's vantage point. Timeout is called from the sideline. The Radicals didn't like what they were seeing. They'll want to put in their offensive line to get the score. We're back from the timeout. Offensive and defensive lines have switched, and Wiseman immediately throws a blading huck to Schleicher, who's left all alone in the end zone. He grabs what must be his third or fourth goal tonight, and the Radicals increase their lead. It's now 18-12.
Badgers here to meet your needs.
The Radicals are out in man defense. They've been trained to double team when their receiver comes close to the thrower. And Glenn gets up and gets the hand block on the floaty backhand. Weiss picks up. Glenn with the disc and moves it up again. Pete Scantling with a scoober. Scoober to Schlitzky for the score. And the Radicals are starting to pull away. It's 19-12. The Revolution with the disc. They've looked a little bit flat this half. But they find a nice blade to the receiver, who's now at midfield. Radicals are transitioning into man defense. Powers is unmarked. Throws to the break side corner. Wiseman gets up, but Fedorenko has position. Comes down with the disc and gets the score. The Radicals' lead is now 19-13. Radicals come out in their vertical stack. The Revolution threw backhand force on them, however, and they weren't expecting it, so the first cut was looked off. Nice bid attempt there, but Thibodeau comes down with the disc regardless. Thibodeau calls for the disc for the reset and moves it all the way across the field. For having switched fields, the cutters have been relatively stagnant. But then switching fields again, Alexander finds Thibodeau in the corner of the end zone for the score. Radicals increase the lead, 20-13. Radicals are out in a zone defense. Revolution find resets, but they've lost some yards. And they continue to lose yards. Powers with a nice grab. Does a throw and go. And Powers has got at least 10 yards on his defender, but they can't find the throw. And so the resets will continue. Breakside Huck goes off. Powers was looking for it the whole time. He gets up. He's got the disc. He comes down with the score. That's a great play. Olsen with the assist. The score is now 20-14. This pull will fall harmlessly out of bounds. The Radicals will go to the brick mark. They're in a vertical stack. It's pretty clear that the Revolution are in a junk defense. So the Radicals will have to move out of position. Thibodeau with a layout to save possession. Alexander. My mistake, Annan with the scoober, and the Radicals are off to the races. Now on the doorstep. And Annan with a nice little scoober over the defender to Thibodeau for the score. And the score is now 21-14. Radicals are out in the zone. And big Huck goes up. Thrower wants a foul. Glenn gets up, gets the D. And now the referee has determined that the throw was in fact a foul. And so the disc will come back. And the Revolution will gain 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Foul on the throw. Cincinnati is with a 10-yard advantage.
Swordling with a great grab to save possession. Reef with a bid. Doesn't make connection with it, so it gets up and hustles back downfield. And the Radicals are transitioning to man, potentially a little bit late. And the Revolution are in for the score. Fedorenko with the score. The Radicals' lead is 21-15. So there's a call of some sort, perhaps an offsides. Revolution are coming all the way down. It looks like the Radicals will take it in the middle of their own end zone for being offsides on the pull. Alexander finds an inside backhand break to Wiseman, who moves it up to Thibodeau. Thibodeau with a quick continuation throw to DeBile. DeBile can't run it down as the pass floats out of bounds. The Revolution are come out with the disc. They've got under a minute to score, but that should be plenty of time for several unders. However, they elect for the deep pass. Alexander in the area gets up, makes contact with the disc, and a bid from the offense is not enough to hold on to the disc and hold on to the possession. So the Radicals are charging upfield. There's 15 seconds remaining. Wiseman on the doorstep dishes to Thibodeau, and they are in for the score. They increase their lead to 22-15 with 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So this is something you don't see in other areas of Ultimate. The huck to the end zone at the end of the quarter. And Weber is going to come down with the disc.
Let's hear it for the home team, folks, and the best home field advantage in professional Ultimate.
The Radicals come out with a 22-15 lead in the fourth quarter. Hart is matched up with Powers. Powers has been leading the Revolution's offense. Hart is a defensive specialist. Looks to take away position and the first couple of steps. And Powers has been blanketed at this point so far. Powers going to the break side. It's usually the easiest area to find space against a good defender. And still, he's unable to get the disc, juking left and right. However, the Radicals' defense has been relatively lackluster this point. And finally, Powers finds an opening on the break side of the field and throws a backhand break to space. Big bid. Fedorenko's got the grab. He's excited. Annan collects the disc and moves it to Wiseman, who fakes a big huck. DeBile's trying to gain yards. However, the defender is close on his heels and reaches in for the D. Heron has the disc, looking for a reset. Finds it. Fedorenko. Finds Foley. Foley with their backhand break around into the end zone for the score. And we got some acrobatics in the end zone. The Revolution get the break, cut the lead to 22-17. Hart is back handling, finds a dish to Wiseman. Wiseman throws a big huck. Meshnik is in the area. Tries to toe the line. Takes the end zone pylon with him, but can't come up with the disc. A new disc is put into play, and the Revolution throws it up into the air. Looks at his hand after the throw. Clearly it didn't come out cleanly. The Radicals will get a second chance. Hart goes up to Schreiweiss. Schreiweiss puts it up to the end zone. Wiseman is under the disc. It's near the back. Wiseman gets up, gets down. He's toes the line. He's in. And the Radicals score. They lead 23-17. The Radicals pull. They've got a lead of 6. Big huck goes up. Wiseman's trying to come into the area, but the throw will tail out of bounds. Revolution come out in a man defense. Nelson playing center handler. Finds Reef on the edge. Reef likes his backhand. Finds Nelson. Wilson. Sideline wants another swing. And Wilson finds it. Alexander hucks it to space. Fedorenko chasing it and comes down with the grab. Wiseman thought it was going to tail back to the back of the end zone, but it came down a little bit early. Radicals are back in their zone. Fedorenko finds a blade to the center handler and another blade to space. He's got all day to grab that one, and the defense resets. Another huck goes up. Nelson's there, but again, the huck is going to tail out of bounds. To calm the offense, the Radicals take a timeout. The Radicals will start with the disc on the sideline. Annan's trapped in a double team and finds a scoober to DeBile. Alexander finds DeBile to switch fields. As Alexander looks off Schleicher's undercut. Narayan with good defense. And a blade to Schleicher. Annan flips it to space. DeBile chases it down. Comes down with the grab. And another dish back to Annan is good for a goal. The score is 24-17. 7 minutes remain in the game. Scullion with the pull. The Radicals are already guaranteed to be in the playoffs. They've clinched a spot. If they win out and the Wildfire lose, then they could potentially get the first round bye. Otherwise, they'll be the number 2 seed playing the number 3 seed to have a chance to play against the Wildfire. Radicals with quick movement from side to side. And now they're 15 yards outside the end zone. Weiss is unmarked. You don't want to leave him unmarked for long, otherwise he'll find an opening. Petit Scantling finds a continuation cut to Glenn, who's in the end zone for the score. The Radicals increase their lead. It's 25-17. Nelson with the pull. Weber with a big bid. Does not connect with the disc, and the Revolution move it up another 5 yards. And then move it back 5 yards. Big Huck goes to the end zone. Glenn is tracking and recovers the ground in time and gets the D. Alexander gets up, gets the disc, moving it, give and go with Reef. Reef finding Nelson, and now the Radicals are 10 yards outside the end zone. Give and go to Reef. Reef looks off the go. Finds Alexander to Wilson. Wilson on the far side throws a scooper to Alexander, who's unmarked, and throws a continuation to Meshnik. He's in for the score. And the Radicals are now up 26-17. Radicals have a lead of 9. Powers to the end zone. Finds Petit Scantling trailing behind his man. That's Grace with the goal. And the Radicals' lead is now 8, 26-18. Fedorenko with the big pull. Thibodeau with the big huck. Schleicher's in the area with 2 Revolution players, Fedorenko and Olsen. Olsen getting the tip. He'll get put on the stat sheet. And the Revolution will come back out of their end zone with the disc. Narayan's got the score, or the catch. A blade attempt is hand blocked by Tyler Glenn. The Radicals will get a second chance to put this in for the score. Hannon with a nice round throw to get it offline. It's reset to him. And a give-go back to Annan. Annan floats one to space. Schleicher with a second attempt, but can't come up with it. Second D of the point for the Revolution, and they will call a timeout. Oh, a near Callahan from Weber. Revolution come down with the disc, however, and they're still in their own end zone. Kula looking to get it offline. Does a give-go. and throws into a poach. Wriggles with the D. A give-go. Up to Wilson. Wilson to the end zone. Weber looking to toe the line. But it's an overthrow. And the Revolution will get it back once again. Powers running it up to the line for an immediate dish backfield. Loss of 5 yards. They've switched fields now. Looking for an opening. Mack with the disc. Back around. Found some holes through the middle of this cup. And a huck goes up. Thrower's off balance, and Wriggles comes down with the D. And so the Radicals, the Wriggles D will hold just with a change in personnel. Reef finds the upline throw to Nelson. Nelson surveying downfield, but elects for the reset to Reef. Nelson, inside out throw. Upfield, Reef with the disc on the doorstep. The crowd is jeering the players for hammer throws, but Alexander now is the disc. And the Radicals are playing chili. Wriggles with a inside-out break throw. Weber not in, but throws a dish pass to Meshnik, who's in for the score. With 1 minute remaining, the Radicals' lead is 27-18. With this game all but wrapped up, the Radicals will move to 12-3 in second place currently in the Midwest Division. Olsen couldn't find a throw there. Petit Scanling jumps the hammer throw. And the Radicals again are off to the races. Glenn throws to the far corner, and Weiss is in the end zone for the score. The Radicals increase their lead to 10. It's 28-18, and 18 seconds remain. Radicals are playing a 4-deep zone. Makes sense. Can relax now that they've got this victory in the bag. One final huck to the end zone. Big bunch of leaping players, and Wriggles gets up and gets the D. That'll wrap it up. Radicals move to 12-3. Revolution are now 4-11. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. I'm Jeremy Weiss, doing the commentary. Mei-Lien is doing the camera footage. I'd like to thank the referees and everybody else for producing this great event. Thank the teams and the players for their great efforts for making this a great evening of Ultimate Frisbee. Thank you and have a good night.